how am I going to describe this film without giving away any spoilers? I'll do my best. What's up, guys? Steve here, and today we're going to be reviewing the very much anticipated film that I was super excited to see, as were very many other people, Avengers: Infinity War. Directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, and starring Robert Downey Jr. and Benedict Cumberbatch and pretty much everybody in the Marvel franchise. I saw this film yesterday in an early morning showing. I was lucky enough to get tickets because, the theaters are going to be packed. I'm trying to think of a good way to actually review this thing without giving away spoilers. And I don't want to give away spoilers. And it's not just because I know that if I give away spoilers to the wrong person, then I could end up getting the shit kicked out of me. It's also because I legitimately do not want to ruin this for anybody. I can barely even describe the plot of this film without giving anything away. What I can say without really giving anything away that wasn't already revealed in the trailers is that the film, for those of you who don't know, is about the Avengers and their allies teaming up to stop the very powerful villain Thanos as he tries to collect 6 Infinity Stones. And if he ends up getting all 6 of these Infinity Stones, he will attain power that is unimaginable. And he is not somebody who you want to have unimaginable power. One thing I can say is that this film is different. It's the same in that it's an extremely fun watch, and it's really fun to watch. It's long, but it doesn't feel long. It's extremely fun and extremely entertaining, like all the other Avengers films have been, and like a lot of the other Marvel films have been. However, this film has a little bit of a darker, grittier tone than the other Avengers films. One of the main reasons why is because of the depiction of the villain, Thanos. Thanos, I have to say, is a great villain. He's a really huge guy and a scary looking guy, and I was honestly thinking that might be it. I was thinking this was just going to be another really big villain that these guys had to fight. But one of the things that they did really well with this film is that they actually explored his motivation a little bit and got a little bit inside his mind. You can kind of understand he's a little bit of a damaged character. And when you have somebody who is hell-bent on achieving this goal that he has, and somebody who's already as powerful as he is, this creates a really desperate tone in the film. It creates a really gritty, desperate tone because it makes you feel like a lot is at stake. It makes you feel like nobody in the film is safe from this guy. Almost anybody who comes into his path, no matter how powerful they are, which character they are, they're vulnerable. But even though this film does have a little bit of a darker tone than the other Avengers films and a lot of other films in the Marvel franchise, it does not take anything away from the fun that the film provides. This film is massively entertaining, and this is due in large part to the interactions that happen between the characters that are in the film. This was one thing that I was extremely worried about with this film. I was thinking that by putting all of these characters into the same film, it was going to be more of a hodgepodge than a coherent story. I was scared that it was going to be just a bunch of small cameo appearances by all of these characters. But instead, what the film does is it gives each character, almost each character, a moment to shine. It gives each character a very good reason to be in the film. And technically, the film is glorious. I mean, the action sequences are really well put together. The actors give it their all. Whether they're doing their fight scenes or whether they're doing some emotive work, they're all terrific here. There's a direction that the film does go in. I'm not going to say where, and I'm not going to say how. You'll have to find that out yourself. I implore you, please watch this film and do not look it up before watching it. You've got to see this without knowing what's going to happen. I could see this different direction that the film takes being very divisive between fans of the Marvel films and fans of the Avengers series. I, for one, liked the direction it went in to an extent. I mean, the thing is, though, the direction it goes in, the best way I can describe it without going into spoiler territory is this. The direction that it went in was definitely not expected and very profound. I cannot guarantee you will like the direction it goes in. With that being said, I implore you to watch it and do not, I repeat, do not look up what happens before watching it. If you do that, you are robbing yourself of an experience that you could have had. And also, on a totally unrelated note, those of you who have been watching my recent videos will know that there's a GoFundMe page that we have floating around for my sister. She's been going through a pretty rough situation. That GoFundMe page is one that we've been sharing around for quite some time. It gives a good description of what's going on if you don't already know. If you've already contributed to it in any way, shape, or form, even if it's just sharing the page, I thank you immensely. And if you're new to it and want to check it out, feel free. I'm going to put the link to that page in the description of this video. Alright guys, that's it for today. I definitely recommend seeing Infinity War. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and have a good night.